Hello. Entertainment purposes only. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for the shares, the subscribes, the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been manifesting this reading for a couple of days because I actually got visited by the entity that is named Roman. And I am a psychic medium. If you've been on my channel for a couple of years, you know that. But yes, I am a psychic medium. So sometimes random spirits will show themselves to me and attempt to talk to me. and I feel like Roman had a lot to say. Roman had a lot to say. And I just want to start off by showing this clip. You guys, well, listening to this clip, I can't show you, but you guys can listen. And this is Nicki herself talking about Roman. And Spirit kept bringing this clip up to me in my mind. And they told me when I do this reading, I need to play this audio for you guys to hear it. So let me get the laptop close enough. You might see the laptop board. All right, let's play this clip.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage. So he bashes everyone. He threatens to beat people, and he's violent.
That must be nice to have like an ignorant loudmouth who you can just sort of blame every.
He wants to be blamed. Yeah, I don't want to blame him. I ask him to leave, but he can't. He's here for a reason.
Ignore those clips in the middle of it.
People have brought him out. People conjured him out. Now he won't leave.
Okay, ignore those scary clips that whoever did that put in the middle of it. I didn't know that they did that. They put those corny clips in the middle of Nicki and the interviewer talking. But you want to know what's crazy? When it comes to Nicki, I don't want to just say that she is just straight up possessed, because people that are truly possessed, they actually do terrible, terrible, terrible things that hurt people. Nicki's not actually possessed, but like she said, I believe, because I told you guys Roman came to me. That's the only reason why I'm doing this reading, is because Roman himself opened up a spiritual door and said, "Can I talk to you?" And I said, "Sure." Now, if I were to genuinely sit on this camera and speak to Roman, I would scare the fuck out of all of you. Y'all would probably want to unsubscribe. Y'all would think that there's something wrong with me. But little do y'all know, spiritual realm, there's so much going on. And it's depending on who you're connected to. And I have connections to the divine, but that also means that my dark side and my light side are balanced. So I'm actually able to communicate with both. And I feel like Nicki has a gift. She was born with a spiritual gift. And let me tell you what's so interesting. I feel like Roman can possess Nicki, but because of her true heart, he cannot possess Nicki. Demon possession, true demonic possession, right? People that murder, do all kinds of heinous things, right? True demonic possession happens when someone has a very ill heart, ill intentions towards children, ill intentions towards other people. That's true demonic possession. Nicki doesn't have that. Nicki has a spiritual gift that she's been nursing since she was a kid. And in some ways, when I was talking to Roman, I feel like I personally too have a Roman. You know what's crazy is I feel like we all personally have a Roman, because don't we all have a light side, right? And don't we all have a dark side, right? Okay. So basically, and you also have to take in account of Nicki's childhood and certain things that happen. I feel, especially when you are a child, there are certain spirits that watch you. Okay, the spiritual realm is huge, bigger than I could ever explain, right? Especially children get watched by certain spirits in the other realms. And I feel like Roman is someone that was watching her from when she was a little girl, and she was going through certain things in her household with her father not being completely sober and dealing with an addiction, and her mom having to work so hard, and her not being in the best neighborhood. You know what I mean? So in that way, Roman is also her protector. But I also feel like there should be a caution, okay, here, a little exclamation point when it comes to telling her, "Oh, we want Roman," because I don't be on Twitter, but when I see people pull up Twitter threads about people wanting Roman and the amount of people that um actually like push that energy out of her, do I feel like it's a good thing? Sometimes, okay, because I feel like sometimes 100% Nicki knows what she's doing, and she knows how to ground the energy back. I'm telling you guys, Nicki has some sort of spiritual ability. So she knows how to ground her energy back. Oops, my camera got messed up. Sorry, hold on. Okay, cool. So she knows how to basically alchemize herself, and it's like flow down all the energy from her crown to her feet. She's really, 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 really good at that. And she's gotten much better at that when it comes to after her giving birth. I feel like before her giving birth, I feel like Roman had more of an impact on her. And also Nicki spoke on Vogue about how she was dealing with a Percocet addiction. And in a few reading I did a few years ago, the barbs came from me so hard because I was talking about the fact that Nicki was dealing with some sort of addiction, and that Roman and certain things in her life were actually linked to it. And the barbs came at me were like, well, who the fuck are you, bitch? And all of this crazy shit. But I'm like, you guys, we have to understand, like, this is a human. She can never be God. I can never be God. You can never be God. And then for her to come out years later in Vogue and talk about the actual addiction, I was like, well, geez, you should have seen the way I got pummeled for saying that. And it's never coming out in a negative way. It's just, you got to understand, everybody has a truth under their truth. It's like people can say one thing, right? But then sometimes, guess what? There will be another truth under that. And as far as Roman goes, I feel like Nicki has learned how to basically put him under key and lock, and lock him in a cage. So that's what I'm psychically seeing. And that's why I feel like um, Roman came to me during this time, and why Roman has never came to me in the last 3 or 4 years of my psychic career. Because Roman is more tame now. And like I told you guys, if I started doing the communicating thing with him right now, it would really freak you guys out. So I'm really not going to do that. But the one thing that he really wanted to, and it is a boy. It's like Roman has grown over time with Nicki. And so now Roman is kind of in an older stage. Because remember in the audio I just played, she said he's a boy. And now I feel like Roman has grown with her, and he's more of a man. And Roman also kind of represents like what Nicki didn't get from her dad while she was growing up, because he was dealing with certain addictions and certain things that Nicki has spoke on that her dad was dealing with, and he wasn't truly present while she was growing up. So let me see if there's any other energy psychically that I want to pull on or that Roman wants to give me. And also, what is so crazy about Roman is that I feel like it's some sort of generational protection because I just saw Papa Bear and I feel like it's like a real intense protection over Papa Bear that Roman actually has a hand in. A lot of things in the spiritual realm favor Nikki because of her true heart and her true intention. And there's a lot of people that can talk certain things, but Nikki actually means them, and that's truly rare. And that's why number one, she is a divine feminine. Okay, shout out to the divine feminines. And number two, she is a chosen one. That's why she gets attacked so hard because when you truly have chosen one energy, divine energy, which is so hard and so rare in this world to obtain, you do get so much spiritual warfare. But I feel like with like Roman being a part of her spiritual team, and so is a bunch of other energies in her spiritual team. That's why Nikki will always make it. That's why she'll always. It's like she knows which part of her brain to click off and to click on, and that's powerful. That's real power. That's why I said she definitely. Nikki's not a high priestess. She's a hierophant. If you know about tarot, you know about tarot. Hierophant is the highest spiritual suit that you can have. Nikki's definitely a hierophant. So this was fun. This was a pleasure. Description box below for high vibrational channels on YouTube that are very powerful for dissolving narcissistic energies, very powerful for dissolving black magic. People have been emailing me about these YouTube channels, so please make sure that you check them out in the description box below. And personal reading slots are open again. So thank you guys so much. I'm getting everything scheduled. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And you guys stay safe.